Arctic and Antarctica are important to Earth. Climate regulation. The Arctic and Antarctica play an important role in regulating the Earth's climate. The Arctic acts as a refrigerator for the Northern Hemisphere, while Antarctica acts as a freezer for the Southern Hemisphere. The ice in these regions reflects solar radiation back into space, helping to cool the planet. Biodiversity. The Arctic and Antarctica are home to a wide range of unique and specialized organisms that are adapted to the harsh conditions of these regions. These organisms play important roles in the global ecosystem, and their loss could have a ripple effect on the rest of the planet. Ocean circulation. The Arctic and Antarctica play an important role in the ocean circulation, which helps to distribute heat and nutrients around the globe. The melting of sea ice in the Arctic is affecting the ocean circulation, which can have a wide range of impacts on weather patterns and ocean ecosystems. Sea level rise. The melting of ice in the Arctic and Antarctica is causing sea levels to rise, which is a major concern for coastal communities and low-lying areas. Weather patterns. The Arctic and Antarctica are both connected to weather patterns around the globe. The loss of sea ice in the Arctic is causing the jet stream to weaken, which is causing weather patterns to become more extreme in other parts of the world. Natural resources. The Arctic and Antarctica are rich in natural resources such as oil, gas and minerals. Their exploitation will have a significant impact on global economy and environment. Research and scientific advancement. The Arctic and Antarctica are areas of intense scientific study, which helps us to understand the Earth's natural systems and to predict future changes. Arctic and Antarctica are unique to Earth. Isolation. The Arctic and Antarctica are both isolated from the rest of the world by vast ocean and land masses, which has allowed for the development of unique and specialized ecosystems. Extreme temperatures. The Arctic and Antarctica are both extremely cold and inhospitable environments. This has led to the evolution of specialized organisms that are adapted to survive in these conditions. Lack of sunlight. The Arctic and Antarctica both have long periods of darkness during the winter months, which affects the growth and reproduction of plants and animals. Permafrost. The Arctic is characterized by permafrost, which is soil that is permanently frozen. This permafrost contains unique microorganisms that have adapted to survive in the cold and darkness. Ice. Both the Arctic and Antarctica are covered in ice, which affects the way that water, heat, and light are distributed across the landscape. This has led to the development of unique ecosystems that are adapted to these conditions. Limited diversity. Due to the harsh conditions, the Arctic and Antarctica have limited biodiversity, which means that the few organisms that live there are highly specialized and adapted to their environment. What is going on currently on Earth? Deforestation. The cutting down of trees and other vegetation removes a natural sink for carbon dioxide, which contributes to an increase in atmospheric concentrations of the gas. Agriculture. The production of meat, dairy and other livestock products generate large amounts of methane, a potent greenhouse gas. Industrial processes. Industrial processes such as cement production and chemical manufacturing also release large amounts of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. Transportation. The burning of fossil fuels for transportation, such as cars, trucks, ships and airplanes also generate significant amounts of greenhouse gas emissions. Land use change, urbanization, mining, and infrastructure development all contribute to land use change, which can result in loss of natural habitats and biodiversity, and releases of carbon stored in soil and vegetation. How it is impacting the Arctic and Antarctica. The polar regions, specifically the Arctic and Antarctica, are among the areas most affected by global warming. These regions are particularly sensitive to changes in temperature due to their unique ecology and geography. In the Arctic, warming is causing the permafrost to thaw, which in turn is releasing large amounts of methane and carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. This is contributing to the acceleration of global warming. Warmer temperatures are also causing sea ice to melt, which is affecting the habitat of Arctic animals such as polar bears and walruses. In Antarctica, warming is causing the ice shelves to break apart and the glaciers to retreat. This is causing sea levels to rise and threatening the habitat of penguins and seals. The warmer temperatures in the polar regions are also causing changes in weather patterns, which can have a ripple effect on the rest of the planet. For example, The loss of sea ice in the Arctic is causing the jet stream to weaken, which is causing weather patterns to become more extreme in other parts of the world. Overall, the polar regions are bearing the brunt of global warming, and this is having a wide range of negative impacts on the environment and the animals that call these regions home. Humans have the power to slow down and even reverse global warming by reducing greenhouse gas emissions, protecting and restoring natural carbon sinks.